Page 69, black is the color of my true love's hair. On page 68, they introduce you to the key or the scale of G minor. G minor has two flats. It's the relative minor to B flat major. B flat major is two flats. G minor has two flats. This would be a good time to go do my scale video on G minor, one octave up and down. Learn the scale, the fingerings and all that. I do the harmonic minor, and they talk about the harmonic minor on this other page. I would prefer you do the scale video than rather I'm trying to teach you a G minor scale here. But this piece we're on here is in G minor. 4/4 time, right hand first. Quarter notes. Remember B flats and E flats here. Cross over. Now we're gonna, that's the end of a phrase. You're gonna lift up, move up. Now watch this on the second line here, this measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Just make sure you hold that half note out the full time, and then it's the end of a phrase, lift up. Cross over. Here. That's the end of a phrase. 2 and 3. Now here, like that third line down, last measure. The G is tied. You're going to hold it across all the way, 2 beats, while you play this and that. Legato with the fingers. Here, just hold the G down. A little tricky, but you need to be able to do this sort of thing. But I encourage you to work on that and get it. And then here, lift up, cross over, and then you got a G, D, and then the notes are here, but it has an 8 VA, so you can play it up here. That's the right hand. The left hand, for the most part, keep the left hand soft. It's back there, just a G and a D. That's tied. You're going to hold that out for a while, and then you go down, and then out. That fine. Second line, second measure. You can go up here. You can use the second finger if you want. That's pretty much it. Third line, last measure is here. 2 on 3. 2 on 2 actually. Just cross over. And then here. And then the last line. The first measure's here, and then here, when you get treble clef, come up here, and the last note in the last measure, it's written here, but it has an 8 VA over it, so you got to come up here. Put them together. Two and 3 and. 2 and 3 and 3. Now that fermata, I'll come back and talk to that about that in a minute. I'm just going to play it. I'm ignoring all the fermatas and all that right now. I just want to get the hands working together. Going on. Now the left hand here is tied, so don't play it again. That's the trickiest part of the whole part of the piece, as far as I'm concerned, right there. This is the second and third measures of the third line. You're here. Work on that until you can smooth it out. No hesitations or anything. Just smooth it out and then go on. And again, the left hand is tied here. Eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, like so. Then we go back and add the, I've already talked about the slurs, so we go put the fermatas. I'm going to hold an extra beat. Or I'm going to double the value. So at the beginning, each of these will be 2 beats. 1, hold, 2, hold, 3, and then on the second line, second measure, that one, that half note, I hold that for 4 counts instead of 2, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and hold and 2 and then in the third line, that fermata I hold for 1 extra count, 1 and hold and then in the last measure again, 1 extra count and hold and there's 2 little lines, susura, railroad tracks. This is where, when I say the beat goes on, well, there's exceptions to all that, and this is one of them. This is where the beat don't go on. The beat stops. Everything stops. Just a complete silence, pause for just a moment. And then you go, and you have to feel how long it is. So it's like that minute, and then silence. Yeah, feel how long the silence is. And when I play with a metronome, I just usually, it's 1 beat. So it's like 1 and 2 and hold and pause and that's what that's about. Dynamics, it starts out soft. That's the right hand. Keep the left hand very soft. And you stay soft pretty much until the end of the second line. You can come up to about a medium soft or moderate soft. And then you come down on the third line, come back down to soft. And you're soft on all those. Then you can come up in the last measure, third line, up to about a moderate soft. Hold that, and then a pause. Now you're soft again. And now you're going to go all the way down to very soft. Good luck with that. Don't use the soft pedal. Learn to do this with the hands. Learn to play really, really super so soft. That last note, I just kind of brush the key. Because if I go straight down, see how fast the key goes down has to do with how loud it's going to be, and I want it to be softer, so I want the key to go down slower. And if I brush it, it goes down slower. Because the overall motion of downward is less when you're at an angle when you're doing it here. Then we add some pedal. We want the overtones and the color with the pedal, and we can have a little bit of mushiness because it's kind of the style of the piece, but we don't want to get carried away with the mushiness. This is a slow piece. It's a very slow piece, so you have lots of times to hear all the mushiness, so we don't want to overdo it. So at the beginning, you don't pedal these. It's very clean. And now here, push the notes down and then the pedal. The idea is we want to start the sound first before we release all the dampers to create the overtones, so you kind of grow into it. So it's here. And then when I change the pedal, I'm going to change it after I play the notes. And then lift it up with the hands before you play the 8th notes. Here, I don't like this. So it's a personal thing. I don't push the pedal down until the half note. Here. So to start at the beginning of the second line, it's here. Here. Then I push it down, and then lift it up with the hands. And here at the third line, I don't care for that either. If it were a faster piece, I could tolerate it, but not slow. So I lift the pedal up here at the end of the second line, and I don't push it down until the fermata, quarter note, in the third line. So to start with the last measure of the second line. Here, and then lift it up with the hands. The reason we're pedaling that is because we want the overtones. Because you hold on it, let them, you crescendo a little bit, and then total silence. You lift the pedal and the hands up, and then silence. Quiet. quiet. And then here, just hold it up, pedal is down to the end. And then at the end, after 4 beats, you lift the pedal and the hands at the same time. And I suggest you lift the pedal slowly. Here, you've got all that going, just lift the pedal slowly. I recommend you get to know the piece well enough that you're not thinking about notes and rhythms and stuff, and you can get into it, start feeling it. Because you're not going to keep it soft, like the first couple or a line and a half or so. You might feel it get a little louder and a little softer, depending on how you feel it. But you got to get to know it well enough that you're not thinking about mechanics. I'd like to play it with you slowly. Well, it's slow anyway. Checking the notes and the rhythms, and I'm going to do the dynamics. So I'll give us 4 counts, and let's try it together. 1, 2, ready and go. And 1, hold, 2, hold, 1 and 2. 2 and 3 and 2 and 3, 2 and 3 and hold and 2 and hold 1 and 2 and 3. Pause. Two, 3, 4, off.